Anyways, let's see this. Yo, Disturban. The worst case in Australia. Wait. Worst case. The worst case in Australia in decades. So the Bondi shooting. Bondi. That's what the Australian guys were telling me.
This case takes place on Bondi Beach in the year 2025. Bondi Beach is a place that needs no introduction. It's a world-famous beachside suburb of Sydney, Australia, drawing roughly 2.6 million visitors each and every year. A mix of residents, backpackers, and tourists from all around the globe. It also is home to a large Jewish community. Sunday, the 14th of December 2025, was the first night of Hanukkah. Members of Sydney's Jewish community had gathered.
It's actually crazy because like some random guy basically decided to create an AI basically Facebook thing. And after man's was saying it was an Israeli IDF soldier named fucking David Cohen. Meanwhile, people like, bro, this is how stupid people are. People just took it and ran along with it. Meanwhile, I literally took a picture of it. I basically saved the image. I was inspecting it. Just what? Literally, Facebook. Last time I checked, Facebook, like literally, when you look at it, Facebook, when it's English, everything will be English. Why was it? I was curious. Why the hell did it say feeples instead of people? And the, what do you call that? I have the picture on my phone. I saved it. I don't think can I show it? Someone's gonna, probably can bet you someone's gonna say David Cohen on the bottom of the thing. Where's it? Then I saw another person talk about it. Yeah, and it said e-message. E-message. Wait, where's it? Like, bro, let me see. I saved it. Okay, this is it. Someone basically created this shit with AI and did, oh my days, it can't focus. Focus. Oh my days. Someone made this. This is literally the AI version. Okay, on the right side, it says e-message. On the bottom, it says feeples. How the fuck? Last time I checked, Facebook does not. Instead of peoples, maybe like people, I don't know, bro. And people were going along with it. And it says one friend. I just realized it says one friend and 25 friends. The math is not mathing. Shit is not mathing. So they created AI just to basically shift the narrative. Crazy. Okay, let's see. We scroll down. Let's see if I find one. Well, the other guy who said that was located W. I think it is a Muslim guy. Basically, what's the name? Ahmed something. Yeah. He technically did not really. Yeah, okay, he did stop them from killing more people. But he should have like shot the guy on his leg. He should have. It's like literally. From what I heard, the guy went back to his dad. He's just the Ahmed guy did not shoot him. He went back to his dad, got a second gun, and started shooting again till he got shot again. So like there was no real point of actually taking a gun from him. He basically like delayed it for a second. Basically let more people dead. I don't know why the fuck he didn't just take the gun and start like doing like some rooftop sniping shit. That's some roof, like they were just sniping. Oh, cha-cha, boom. That's all you're hearing. It's like, it's basically like, what do you call it? What do you call it? Dang. It was basically like a GTA server or rooftop snipers.
In a small park behind Bondi Beach for a public celebration. Roughly 1,000 people, including families with children and elderly residents, were enjoying the holiday event in the park. Thousands of people were also laying on the beach. Meanwhile, two men were approaching in a car. a car filled with weapons. At around 6:45 p.m., they exited their vehicle. With weapons in hand, they made their way to a bridge overlooking the grassy area called Archer Park, where people were celebrating. And what followed was the deadliest attack since Port Arthur. Without warning and from an elevated position, the two gunmen opened fire on the crowd of Jewish people. They fired round after round. Witnesses described the shooters methodically aiming to hit people. The gunfire continued for several minutes.
Also, there were literally people who were celebrating it. I literally have screenshot. I don't know what, like, bro, people are just weird. People were literally celebrating this shit. Like, bro, literally, you're telling me because you don't agree with what someone else agree with, so you hope they die. Like, bro, it's actually weird. Okay, and people are basically mad that they're Jewish because basically what the Jewish government is doing to Palestine, whatever, or Gaza, whatever you want to call it. Literally, logically, how does that make sense? You basically target the people who are civilians instead of targeting the person who's actually doing it. How does that work? It's like me. Okay, let's say I go shoot up like millions of Muslims or whatever, because let's just say Afghanistan is basically like not letting women have like basically women study in after the age of 12 and stuff. Like, that's dumb. Just go after the people who are committing the crime instead of everyone. And it's the whole thing. People like bitchy. Oh, something beautiful. We demand more. Like, Nick, are you fucking retarded? And someone puts the gunman or whatever. That is not actually the gunman. That's just like a movie thing. Oh God, bring the soldiers to Babylon and show them your ability. Like people are weird. Actually weird.
Some onlookers initially hesitated, thinking that the loud bangs might be fireworks. After all, it was supposed to be a festive night. But when the reality of the situation was realized, panic set in. People screamed and ran in all directions, desperate to seek cover. But multiple people were shot and left bleeding on the ground. Survivors have recounted the harrowing moments when the shooting erupted. One witness described the utter carnage. They said, "I saw children being targeted. I saw old people."
There's like, wasn't there like 3 kids that died?
Who couldn't move being shot. This was a massacre. There was blood everywhere. People dropped to the ground or ran for their lives. Parents shielded kids, and those who couldn't escape were mercilessly gunned down. Several witnesses noted that the attack went on for so long that people were shouting warnings to each other. Whenever the two killers began reloading, people screamed that it was time to run. This gave small moments of opportunity for the crowd to escape. But some bystanders, instead of only running away, turned back to help the wounded. A man named Abdullah Ashraf, who had been driving by, stopped his car to warn others and tend to victims. He helped an injured police officer who had been shot, holding the officer's hand and trying to keep him conscious until medics arrived. When paramedics later took over, he himself was covered in blood. A mother who remains anonymous had also been hit by a bullet. Her 2 young children stood next to her, terrified. The mother fought hard to stay conscious, trying to talk to her kids, assuring them that everything will be okay. One of the most dramatic moments of the night was captured on video and has since been shared worldwide. An absolute hero named Ahmed Al-Ahmed decided not to run, but instead to take on one of the killers. Ahmed is a local fruit shop owner who happened to be there on the day. He was having coffee with a friend in Bondi when he heard the gunshots and witnessed the carnage unfolding. He chose to fight back when he saw an opportunity. As one of the gunmen moved off the bridge and paused behind a tree to reload, Ahmed sprinted towards him from behind. Ahmed, dressed in the white shirt, lunged at the
Yeah,
gunman's
he
arms
basically
and
grabbed
neck,
the gun.
wrapping him in a
Personally, I would have shot his leg. So he basically, or shot close to him. His son was still shooting. And that's how he got hit. Someone was shooting. Bang, bang, bang. And he was like, boom. Yo, I would have opened fire on him. I'm talking about the guy who was actually shooting all the people. I would have shot his body. So he's going to be putting pressure on it. Basically, it's going to, instead of it being a 2v1, it's basically a 1v, the police and me.
hug and wrenching the long firearm out of his hands. Ahmed even briefly pointed the rifle back at the attacker, causing the now disoriented gunman to stumble backwards in surprise. The moment was incredibly tense, and this courageous man likely saved many, many lives. However, it came at a cost. As he subdued the first shooter, the second gunman, positioned on the footbridge with a rifle, noticed, and he took aim at Ahmed. Ahmed was shot multiple times. Witnesses say around 4 or 5 bullets struck him, resulting in horrific injuries. Meanwhile, the shooter returned back to the bridge.
Grab more guns, bro. I would have put one in. I'm not gonna put one in his head because like that would obviously. Actually, maybe depends. From like trying to have some fun with him, I'm putting shots in his. I'm putting bullets in his legs. Having a little fun on some psychopathic, thing. Boom, boom. He's like, he's gonna be crawling. He's gonna be able to barely stand. After I'm gonna hide behind the car on some John Wick type of shit. Let's go. Ooh. I'm gonna hide behind the car. Ooh. Boom. I'm gonna stay right next to the tire. My head duck. So if once he shoots, boom. Oh, duck again. Oh, this on some John Wick. Oh, I'm gonna basically go to the other side of the tire. He shoots. Boom. Shoots the window. Boom, boom. Then I have to tell the cops, like, poke one in his head. Boom. Why the hell? See, this is why you need guns. Okay, I'm not going to say you don't need guns, but it's, bro, literally.
Other shooter what?
If guns, the main reason why people couldn't protect anyone and most people died, it's kind of like a side effect. Having guns has a side effect because, like, since everyone has guns, people do stupid things, and boom, they off people. When people don't have guns, the bad people still have them. Think logically. When people have guns, when guns are legal, bad people have them. When guns are illegal, bad people have them. So there's this. You're basically cooked it both ways because like literally people are still gonna find the ways to get it illegally. That means like paying $10,000 for one gun. When fucking Glock, people are gonna do it. People are literally gonna do it. The black market shit, buying shit illegally. I mean, what is Australia? Does Australia even have gun laws? Yeah, automatic rifles are banned. Okay, I'm gonna have negative attitude towards gun and ownership. A billion 30, yo, it's crazy. They have gun laws, and see, this is what I mean. You have gun laws, and guns are still in the place. It's kind of like Canada, bro. Canada has strict gun laws, bro, but you can't even have proper guns. It has to be in the safe, in the car, empty, not loaded, nothing. Hey, bro, do you know how many times, how many shootings I've heard? I've heard like so many shootings. So like that would not stop bad people from having it. If you logically think about it, bad people will still have it no matter what. No matter what you do, still have it. I feel like these niggas just smuggling it out the country, or cops, maybe cops, who knows? Just be losing their guns and they find it somehow. Oh no, bro.
And there was even more acts of bravery. A lifeguard who, as bullets were firing out, saw someone panicking in the water and struggling to swim to shore. This lifeguard, without any hesitation, ran into the water and rescued that person struggling to swim, knowing full well that
The
he
people
could
were
have been
shooting.
shot as he attempted to save them. Another woman saw a small girl separated from her parents, alone and terrified. This woman shielded the girl with her own body as shots rained down, a girl
She passed away.
didn't even know. As the shooting continued, numerous calls to emergency services were made, and the police were quick to respond. Within minutes, armed officers converged on the scene.
They should train me. Let me get some like gun training. I'm not crash. Trust me, I'm not crashing out on nobody. Just
braving the open fire to confront the attackers. Police units took up positions around the footbridge, and a gunfight ensued between the shooters and the police. Eventually, the police overpowered the shooters roughly 11 to 15 minutes after the first shots were fired. Both perpetrators were shot by the police, effectively ending the attack. One of the men was struck by a police sniper's bullet. And died at the scene. The other was hit multiple times, and he collapsed to the ground. He attempted to get up and continue the fight, but he was shot again and finally went down, no longer able to continue. Officers moved in and secured the weapons. Because one of the killers was still alive, the police had to immediately provide first aid and then placed him under arrest as paramedics arrived. But the moments right after the shooters went down were chaotic. Bystanders who had just lived through a literal nightmare began emerging from their hiding places. Some were in shock, others were outraged. In one scene caught on video, an outraged bystander leaped onto the footbridge where the killers were. This man can be seen repeatedly kicking and stomping on the wounded shooter's head. Police officers quickly pulled the bystander away and secured the shooter to prevent any further vigilante justice. Tensions were, and still are, sky high. The one killer who survived was rushed to hospital under armed guard. Sirens filled the night as reinforcements, ambulances, and tactical units poured into Bondi, uncertain if there were any other additional threats.
there's probably more deaths. I heard there's like 16, 15. Thanks about that.
Dozens of officers had formed a perimeter, pushing back onlookers and clearing the area so paramedics could treat the injured. There were dozens of people laying on the ground, bleeding out. In the immediate aftermath, police briefly feared a possible third accomplice and even discovered an improvised explosive device in the attacker's vehicle, which bomb squads were able to safely remove. By the next day, authorities confirmed that the two gunmen had acted alone. As Australia grappled with the shock of this mass shooting, investigators quickly began piecing together who the perpetrators were and what drove them to such violence. Police initially withheld the suspects' names. However, by the following morning, national media, citing police sources, had identified the gunmen. Their names are Sajid Akram, aged 50, and Naveed Akram, aged 24. The two killers were father and son. The father and son pair lived in Sydney's western suburbs, and until the attack, they had not attracted any major public attention. Sajid Akram, the father, emigrated to Australia in 1998 on a student visa and later became a permanent resident. His son Naveed was born in Australia and grew up in Sydney. Naveed worked as a bricklayer in the construction industry and was generally described by acquaintances as a quiet, reserved person. He didn't have...
It's always the quiet niggas, bro. Quiet. Or is it quiet and like school threats? They kind of go together, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna say all, but there's some that aren't just threats. Quiet people who are chill, just chill. They don't socialize. They just are on their own, living life.
Have any significant criminal record. But authorities later revealed that Naveed had been on the radar of intelligence agencies a few years prior. In late 2019, Australia's Domestic Security Service investigated him for about 6 months due to his associations with individuals linked to Islamic extremism.
He, oh my days, he's one of those. Basically, these niggas, it's basically like the white supremacist niggas. Guys go in group chats, talk, and basically watch crazy shit. Crazy, what do you call it? Yeah, crazy shit.
At that time, Naveed was examined.
Guys, it's some Islamic terrorist shit. Crazy. Like, bro, what the, see, this is why I say Muslims are not the problem. I want to say they're the problem. Some, not really. There's literally good ones. They're not fucked up in the head. It's just the niggas who basically indoctrinate these niggas. To me, it's the same for like the white supremacists. It's just the niggas who indoctrinate them and boom, and basically mind controls them. Not mind control, but like, yeah, I already said indoctrinate, yeah. Mess up their mind. They could be like very lovely people. They have to try blowing up places next.
And the assessment was made that there was no indication of...
If someone tells them, oh, this is what you're meant to do, this is your life purpose, and they just actually fall victim to it.
...of any ongoing threat or him engaging in violence. In hindsight, this revelation has prompted scrutiny over whether more could have been done to monitor or de-radicalize him before he turned to violence. Sajid, the father, has no known history of extremism in the public record, but he was a licensed firearm owner. In fact, the police have
that's why how he got
held a gun license since 2015 and legally owned 6 firearms. Some of these weapons were used in the deadly attack. Since the killings, all these weapons have been accounted for. So, why did they do this? While the investigation is ongoing, early evidence strongly suggests the attack was ideologically motivated. It's basically been confirmed that this was an anti-Semitic attack.
Definitely. You know why I say that? Because, like, literally, bro, guy went after the Jewish niggas who they literally saw, oh, these guys are literally having fun. They literally knew it. And we're like, boom, let me go fuck their day up.
The target was a Jewish celebration on the first night of Hanukkah, indicating the shooters chose the time and place deliberately to maximize harm to the Jewish community. Authorities have classified the massacre as a terrorist attack. In the attacker's vehicle, police found 2 black bags bearing the emblem of the Islamic State, as well as writings that are being analyzed right now. There are reports of a possible manifesto, but this is yet to be confirmed by the police, at least at the time of making this video. People who knew the family have expressed shock. Some neighbors and former co-workers described Naveed as a loner who showed an interest in hunting and guns, but
That's how it starts. What's next? What's the second indicator? Let me guess. Oh, boom. He liked killing animals. That's how the serial killer shit starts. Damn. It's how it starts. What happened? Elaborate. What happened? Yeah, it's how it starts. Let's see. Oh, hunting. Oh, guns. Playing with guns. Oh, analyzing it. Cha-ching. Oh, this is actually nice. I love it. Go kill animals. I love this. Oh, let me actually go test on a human now. After I play with all the body parts and everything.
they have said that they never imagined he could carry out such hatred-fueled violence. It appears that the father and son largely kept their radicalization hidden. Since the aftermath, police and intelligence agencies are urgently retracing the pair's activities and online footprints to understand how they plotted the attack and whether or not any warning signs.
Yeah, like, bro.
All of this.
Look, listen. Niggas are out here blaming Israel and blaming the CIA for doing this. Nigga, it's okay. Look. Do you know what this reminds me of? Niggas just be blaming, doing everything just to shift the blame. Oh, shoot. Yo, it was that was the CIA that did it. CIA, they both did it. They manipulated gravity. Ooh. It caused it to fall on my leg. It was their fault. It was the Jews. It was the Jews that did it. They caused it. I saw them with my own 2 eyes. Like, I'm pretty sure these niggas have they don't give a fuck about, like, these guys. They're out there just chilling, picking coins from the floors and stuff, and basically stacking their money, becoming millionaires and shit, being accountants and all this other stuff. Out there, spending their money wisely. And I've never seen, a JEW guy ever with no, what do you call it? What's that shoe called? I've never seen one with, like, Nikes, all this other shit, or Jordan 4s and stuff. These niggas just are, when they're born, boom, their parents teach them finance and stuff. So basically, they don't spend money on unnecessary stuff. They wear, like, regular shoes that go everywhere.
Heartbreaking.
Like, bro, this is some retarded shit. These extremist guys are literally the problem.
In total, 15 innocent people were killed in the shooting. The victims' ages range from just 10 years old to 87. Additionally,
just remember this, people are going to defend. I could, but, like, my card is literally blocked by the bank and shit.
49 people were injured. Among them, at least 2 police officers who responded to the attack. Both officers are now recovering and are in stable conditions. Here are just some of the victims who were killed. Matilda, 10, the youngest victim of the Bondi Beach massacre. Matilda was just a local girl, described by her family as a happy kid who loved school and had lots of friends.
So these guys, they could have targeted everyone else, but no, they decided, oh shoot, that little kid, cha-ching, boom. Target, they used her for like target practice and stuff.
She attended the Hanukkah event with her parents and little sister. They had to watch her die. Rabbi Eli Schlanger, a beloved Jewish faith leader
RP,
who had
bro.
served as a rabbi for 18 years. Alexander Klaitman, an 83-year-old Holocaust survivor who had endured the horrors of World War II as a child. He immigrated from Europe decades ago, seeking a safe life in Australia. Peter Mager, a retired New South Wales police officer and community volunteer. He had served almost 40 years in the police before retirement. On the day
It
of
was
the
helping out the
attack,
community.
he was working as a freelance photographer at the Hanukkah event. Dan Elkerman, a 28-year-old French-Israeli citizen who was in Sydney for work and to see friends. In the wake of the attack, outpourings of grief and solidarity have filled the Bondi community. Vigils and memorials were held at the beach. Flowers, candles, and messages piled to honor those lost and injured. Families are now mourning their parents, siblings, and children. Blood donation centers saw lines of people waiting hours to help the wounded in the hospitals. Thankfully, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, the man who rushed one of the killers and was shot,
Survived.
is now okay. Despite serious wounds to his shoulder and chest, Ahmed survived. He was rushed to hospital and underwent emergency surgery. Doctors said that his injuries could have been fatal, but miraculously, Ahmed pulled through. As he
Oh
recovered
yeah,
in a
he raised like 1.5 mil off like as it gets and go.
hospital bed, the public hailed him as the Bondi hero. Even the
Yo, what type of things are you even trying to get? Either ways.
New South Wales Premier visited him in hospital to say thank you. Ahmed's bravery has been widely praised. A campaign for him and his young family collected over 1 million Aussie dollars within 24 hours, a testament to the gratitude and support from the community. What's awful is that it was only in April of 2024 that a lone attacker carried out a knife rampage in Bondi Junction, where 6 people were killed. 2 horrifying massacres in such a short period of time. What occurred at Bondi Beach that summer evening was the worst mass shooting in Australia in almost 3 decades. The last time this happened in this kind of scale was in Port Arthur, where a lone gunman named Martin Bryant shot and killed 35 people. What's weird for me personally in this case is that my best friend lives in Bondi and pretty much spends all of his time on the
Damn, his friend could have passed away.
beach. It's the first time that I've had to call someone to make sure that they're not dead, which is a rather weird feeling. But the fact that this was committed by a father and son is just beyond shocking. Bondi is the last place that anyone really expected such a crime to unfold.
Wasn't it like the most peaceful? It was like peaceful, no? I remember hearing like things about it. Like it's like a very peaceful place. See, and okay, this is gonna cause like people to start hating more on the immigrants. Because let's see, what happened? Place was supposed to be a peaceful place. 50 niggas died. And like over 20 people were injured.
And there is no doubt that this will be remembered as one of the worst cases in modern Australian history. But the acts of heroism displayed by so many people should be remembered too.
Damn. RIP. Yeah, I'm liking the video. Like I said, this will cause a whole thing. We already know what will happen. Damn, bro. RIP all families that basically lost their family members in this thing. RIP them. They hopefully make it to heaven.
Multiple
Amen. Comments. I would check the comments. Oh, this is a normal disgrace. Melbourne, like, bro, like, damn. Beach based these no introductions, bro. That's footage of bright beaches in the background. Different. Like, who the fuck goes to the beach and starts shooting people? Bro, niggas sit out there just to chill and have fun. And boom, niggas just start shooting. I don't know what to believe. Oh, this time the person has tired of hearing the blame on mental illness. After these niggas will release him like 2 months later. He was just ill, mentally ill. After the next day, released out of jail. Instead of doing like some damn rehabilitation shit. Carol Cole, isn't that the one like rabies or like what's that like possession? But she gains super strength. I don't know, bro.